Doctors went to Abdusalamov's corner and watched carefully throughout the entire between-round period. They have decided to allow him to come back out to fight in round number 8. Jabs in the 7th round. Perez 25 out of 57. Abdusalamov 8 out of 28. Heavyweight average for jabs 5 out of 19. They are still, to this point in the fight, throwing and landing many more punches than the heavyweight average, both of them in every round.
Two highly crafted, great amateur fighters, Jim. Good left hand by Abdusalamov.
I think Abdusalamov has done enough since we were talking maybe stop the fight to quiet that down a little bit, those thoughts maybe, if the corner's having those kind of thoughts.
We were marveling yesterday at how big his head is and how big his hands are. Tonight you can marvel at how big his heart is. He is fighting like a warrior.
Can't take nothing away from Mike Perez either, because we didn't expect him to come in and be able to go toe-to-toe with this hard-punching animal, Abdusalamov.
Well, Perez has shown a real good beard, heart, conditioning, skills.
Tremendous ability. They both put on a show here in what has been an amazing heavyweight fight so far in Madison Square Garden, with the main event still to come. And by the way, it appears that every seat is filled.
And this is why we used to dream of seeing fights like Teofimo Stevenson versus George Foreman, or Teofimo Stevenson versus Muhammad Ali, because Teofimo Stevenson was one of those great Cuban heavyweights.
Now we get to see it now. Rigondeaux, these guys turning pro and schooling the best fighters in the world.
Oh, the problem is we as Americans don't have a good heavyweight.
Well, the Irish do now. There's a good Irish heavyweight. His name is Mike Perez.
That's right.
Irish Mike Perez.
He lives in Cork, incidentally. And Cork is known as a seat of rebellion. Thus, the other nickname, Mike the Rebel Perez. And we asked if he thought he would ever go back to Cuba or anywhere else in Latin America. He said, no, I'm an Irishman now.
What an interesting thing to hear, the Cuban accented Spanish kind of accent with an Irish brogue. Amazing.
But he speaks about 4 different languages. He spoke English, he speaks Spanish, he spoke a couple of languages in there that really surprised me.
He speaks boxing, that's for sure.
You better believe it. Abdusalamov is showing some heart, though. Look at that.
Look at that. 3-punch combination from Abdusalamov. Late in the 8th round. Never been past 5. Certainly never has been cut, never has had the kind of injury that appears to be
the controversy early in the fight.
Round 9 of a scheduled 10. And you can see that on Harold Letterman's scorecard, Mike Perez, the unofficial scorecard, Mike Perez is in control, and Abdusalamov at this point would need a knockout or several knockdowns to win the fight.
Wow.
And now, there's one thing that could be helpful to his cause, as a point is deducted from Perez for low blows.
But that's the first one. You get to take a point on the first one.
No, there was one in the first round, and there was a warning earlier as well.
But I think before you take that point, maybe the ref did it and I missed it, you have to tell him the next time I'm taking a point.
Something. Gosh, you don't just stop and take a point like that.
And it didn't look intentional to me. You know, Abdusalamov sees a kindred spirit in Provodnikov. There are levels of heart. He's shown a tremendous heart hanging in there and fighting back. But I've never seen Provodnikov convinced that he can't win a fight. And the question here is, can Abdusalamov not only fight back, but fight back in a way that shows that he still believes he can win?
Takes another big shot from Perez as Perez backs him into the corner. Halfway through the 9th round. Extremely painful enterprise for Abdusalamov, who certainly appears to have something broken in his face, whether it's the orbital bone, the cheekbone, or the jaw. 3-punch combination by Abdusalamov.
Not to suggest that anything is broken in his spirit, but he looks like when he fights now, last several rounds, he knows he's fighting an uphill battle. And maybe it's not so good for him.
He's been fighting an uphill battle since round 1 when he got that bone injured.
shots.
I mean, he's got to breathe out of his mouth. He's taking hellacious body shots like that left hand right there. I mean, it's almost impossible to do what he's doing.
The worst thing about being in with an experienced fighter like that is when they have you hurt, it's the body shots, both hands.
Right.
They target the injured part of your face.
Exactly.
They know exactly how to take advantage of the situation.
Right, but both of these guys are very experienced fighters.
So like I said in the first round, or excuse me, like I said in the opening on camera, despite Abdusalamov's glittering knockout record, there's a good chance the fight will go the distance. Oh my gosh, what a left-hand shot.
I don't know, Jim.
Just kidding.
Don't back off now, Jim. These guys aren't backing off.
I don't know, Jim. If he get caught one more of those, we might see something strange. This is two good heavyweight fighters, you hear me?
Perez just flirted with another possible low blow penalty as he landed one right below the belt line, but it was on the other side of Benji Perez, or Benji Esteves, I should say.
And Perez has to be careful walking behind Abdusalamov like that.
9 rounds in the books, 1 to go.
What do you want you to do now? Take it. You want you to take it. All right, cameraman, I gotta go. Hey. Last round, let your hands go.
Get some tape on it. Get some tape.
You got it right there. Is it for this one or for that one? You got it now. I got it, guys. Tape, come on, tape it. That one? Tape. That one's good. Okay. Listen, last round, let your hands go. Be smart, move your head, but let your hands go.
You have nothing to lose, you have nothing to lose. Come on, Margo, last round, you have nothing to lose. Just go at it. Go at him.
Hands up. Last round, baby. Come on, ¿cómo estamos?
How you doing? Good? Water.
This is round 10, the final round of the round of applause.
Been an amazing fight. Harold Letterman, how do you have it coming to the 10th?
Okay, Jim, I've got it 6 rounds to 3, 86-84, Mike Perez. You know, that 10-8 round, the round 9 where Benji Esteves took away that point, made it a little bit closer, but still I think Mike Perez is clearly winning the fight. No doubt in my mind. Abdusalamov was amazing, though. I mean, I thought he actually won the 9th round. You know, I called it 10-8, meaning that Abdusalamov won the round and also got a point for the low blow. Anyway, 6 rounds to 3, Mike Perez.
If that is her broken jaw or a broken orbital bone, as courage goes, this is going to go into the books with what Arthur Abraham did when he fought 8 or 9 rounds against Edison Miranda with a broken jaw and beat him in Germany a few years ago.
And Muhammad Ali with Ken Norton.
When Ken Norton fought nearly the entire fight in San Diego with a broken jaw.
And give Mike Perez credit. Every time Abdusalamov has tried with great heart to reimpose himself on the fight with hard shots, Perez takes the play right away from him. It's happened in this round again.
Once again, that's that great Cuban experience. Oh, good left hand by Perez.
Great body shot by Perez. It's been a real key to the lead that he's built on Harold Letterman's unofficial scorecard, at least. Dominating the body area. Abdusalamov has landed some big body shots, but Perez has kept going back there over and over and over.
A little bit more experience, Jim.
Not forget, in the last round, Abdusalamov was able to land a couple shots that seemed to shake Perez up.
Landed some really big shots that last round, but he's taken a lot this round.
Almost went down.
From a jab.
Ever been down, almost went down there.
From a jab. That could be dangerous for Perez. He better be careful. Very dangerous for Perez because he thinks he has Abdusalamov, and he's still throwing some real punches at Perez.
He just opened up a cut over in Perez's right eye.
He's throwing some real punches at Perez still. Like that right there.
Now this is next level heart from Abdusalamov. Still throwing, I'm trying to win the fight punches when he was rocked like that in the 10th round of a brutal fight.
Oh, good hook. And good left hand by Abdusalamov.
Tremendous show of courage by Abdusalamov. Tremendous show of skill by Mike Perez.
Tremendous heavyweight fight, and it's been a while.
Rock'em sock'em action enlivens the heavyweight division in a fight that I never dreamed could go the distance. So there's a look at Harold's unofficial scorecard. Now in a moment, Harold, tell us who are the 3 official judges who will amazingly render a decision in the fight.
Absolutely. Now here's the judge that I know the best, Julie Letterman, the newest inductee into the New Jersey Boxing Hall of Fame. She'll get inducted November the 14th. She just worked Bernard Hopkins over Carol Murat in Atlantic City. She had that right. John Stewart, a real veteran judge. I love the guy. He's been judging since 1978. As you see, he had Rigondeaux over Donaire, but he had that a little bit too close. But he's an excellent judge. Don Trella from Suffield, Connecticut. Jim, I helped him get into boxing. As you see, he had Granovich over Billy, did 114, 112 in a very close fight. Don is a terrific judge. He'll do a good job.
Well, if the winner of the fight is the one you would most like to be at this moment, now that it's over, it's abundantly clear you'd rather be Mike Perez.
Perez won the fight. Only a bad decision renders a situation where Perez beat him up. It was a terrific fight.
Terrific HBO debut for Mike Perez, as well as for Magomed Abdusalamov. Only real idiosyncrasy in the fight was the 1-point low blow penalty issued against Perez in the 9th round. To our eyes, it should not ultimately figure in the decision. But while we've got a moment, let's take a quick look at what happened in the 9th round. And this is one of several punches that Perez landed on the course of the evening that could have been considered low. That was actually just a tiny bit below the belt line, if at all.
Was pulling his head down when he threw it.
Exactly right. As is often the case. Actually thought the first round low blow that Esteves didn't even see was more egregious than that one. And Michael Buffer has the numbers, so let's find out who won the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 heavyweight rounds, we go to the scorecards. 97-92 from Julie Letterman. John Stewart has it 95-94. Don Trella, 97-92. All to the winner by unanimous decision. Still undefeated, and the new champion, Mike the Rebel Perez.
Round of applause for Magomed Abdusalamov. Two warriors from the undefeated heavyweight.
All right. So a unanimous decision win for Mike Perez, as we anticipated would be the case. And here are the final CompuBox numbers. You see that Perez landed 64 more punches, threw 150 more punches, and landed at a higher connect percentage. So he's the winner, goes to 20-0, and Abdusalamov has the first loss of his career after 18 consecutive wins. Jabs, it wasn't exactly a jabbing contest, but it was part of the way that Perez controlled the fight, significantly outlanding and outthrowing Abdusalamov in jabs. Two southpaw heavyweights going against each other at the same time. Power punches, Abdusalamov actually landed 14 more, but Perez was using the jab in the closing rounds to maintain control, keep a little bit of distance, and keep Abdusalamov working in ways in which he might not have wanted to do. 25 more power punches thrown by Abdusalamov, and look how they both